Straight men who get worked up about gay men are the same straight men who get worked up by gay men. Let me explain. It's June, which means it's Pride Month. So all month we've been seeing people in the LGBTQ plus community celebrating their lives, their art, their music, their travel, their relationships. But every June we also get a whole torrent of homophobic videos from straight men who are trying to tell us that homosexuality is disgusting and wrong and is the downfall of the family and society. What these straight men are actually showcasing is something called reaction formation. The first part of reaction formation is root impulse, and that's where a person has been conditioned, let's take homosexuality for example, to believe that homosexuality is bad and wrong, and this comes from their family, their church, their community. So when they see LGBTQ plus content and they feel a certain way about it, maybe they get a tingle in Satan's playground, or maybe they feel a pang of jealousy because it's not the life that they can live, that is a root impulse, which leads to an unconscious shift. When this unconscious shift happens, they turn it off like a light switch and they make sure that it is suppressed and it is held down, because letting it come to the surface would go against everything in their root, everything that they had been taught. And so what they do after the unconscious shift is they do the exact opposite behavior, usually to an extreme. So for people who might have suppressed homosexuality, the exact opposite behavior is overt homophobia and hypermasculinity and openly railing against anything that is pro-LGBTQ+. I saw this play out over and over when I was the advisor of the Gay Straight Alliance at the high school where I taught for 20 years. I saw some of the most homophobic kids who just out of nowhere talked about what the GSA was doing come out on social media within 5, 10, or 15 years. So if you're part of the LGBTQ plus community, happy Pride Month to you. And if you come across one of these videos, you can just look at it now and go, reaction formation. Okay, and scroll along and live your best life, because what they're going through literally has nothing to do with you.
There has to be something there, and not just a theory. Because what you see when you have gatherings like Republican National Conventions, massive gatherings of conservative men, when you have things like CPAC, massive gathering of conservative men, when you have things like large Turning Point USA gatherings, massive gatherings of conservative men, it is almost consistently across the board the scenario that the gay hookup sites in those get crashed by overusage in those cities at those times when those people are there. This is not just a theory. It's borne out in data. It's borne out in the old adage, the proof is in the pudding. Well, the pudding's right there. Every time you get a massive gathering of gay men, gay dating hookup sites crash. And what I don't understand is why they don't just come out and be themselves. Like, they're turning away an entire group of people rather than capturing some of those votes by being who they are. Now, I say I don't understand, but we do understand why. It's because of the religious right. Right? Well, if you come out as gay, then the religious right is going to disown you. The religious right needs to come out. They're some of the biggest perpetrators of this stuff. So don't just watch Teacher Face's video and go, oh, that's her assumption, that's her guess. No, there's data behind this.